Alright everybody, I'm here. I will be putting together a video game collab slash mixed together. I haven't played Airsoft in a little bit. My VR is with somebody else and I have not hooked up my Switch to the computer, but I just want to go over kind of a recent thing. I've been commenting in regards to this so-called cop assault. It's probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen someone label this as. It is what it is. Some people just don't understand exactly what's going on. So
The beach.
we're gonna go ahead and mute this. I can't cut this, so I'm gonna have to pause this in regards to it. Let's go ahead and full screen this. We're gonna hit skip here. So we're gonna go back, right? So I'm not gonna talk about this clown. I don't believe in public people in regards to even speaking on social media, because quite honestly he might be a very intelligent man. I don't know who he is, but a lot of people like to use their personal and their unjustified talking without even going through these experiments or even going through police interaction or going a week in, a bad neighborhood in Davie and seeing how many times they're at risk, even just going to a domestic assault call. I mean, just do a ride along, dude. Be a man, grow a pair of testicles, put a police vest on, and literally see how it is down there, and then talk to me about, how these things should be done, because most of these people don't even have law enforcement background. And the reason I watch Officer Tatum, I don't believe in everything that Officer Tatum says. I believe Officer Tatum's a great dude. You're not always going to believe in what people say. You're not always going to share the same views on things. It is what it is. I mean, it's a fact of life. And Mr. Tatum presents himself in a way to be able to talk about things. And that's the best part about it, is because he may believe it, but he doesn't believe that other people should 100% believe what he believes, because he obviously knows people aren't a robot. So, we're going to get started with this, okay? Because people aren't seeing the realisty of things, right? So we're going to start right here, right? This individual is sitting at the beach. It looks like a parking lot. In his patrol car with his window down, right? That means either this individual is assigned to protecting this beach for some type of informational, or there's been robberies there, they're at a crime scene. I don't know what's going on at this location. But first off, when you're a police officer and or a military police officer, either or, and you're sitting in your patrol vehicle doing a duty, most of the time, if it's something that is a sideline thing, I would have my window up. So already I can tell this officer's already doing something that he doesn't want people on the beach, which was probably an order given to him by somebody else, or a direct order that no one's supposed to be at this beach. Because no one wants to be, it looks like this dude's probably like 230 fucking pounds, in his uniform, sweating his ass off, even with the AC on, because he's got all his gear on, with his freaking bulletproof vest on, sitting in his damn patrol vehicle. Okay? Even if it's nighttime, just looking, I don't even know where their Salter Law PC is at, right? So we're gonna start that off with that, right? I'm pretty sure this cop probably told this individual who's recording right now to leave the location. So she's recording right now. There's no reason for her to be recording. He probably already told her in the vehicle, hey, you, leave the location. That was her first warning, right? Now he's having to turn on his body camera, get out of his vehicle because she's not obeying a direct order. So everyone talking trash, she's already got her first warning, most likely before he even stepped out of the vehicle, turn on his body camera. Because if me, I wouldn't even step out of the vehicle and turn on my body camera if I didn't even address you one time already. That was your courtesy. Now he's commanding her to leave the beach, right? So this is no longer I'm no longer being courteous and nice to you. I'm telling you to leave the beach, which is what this police officer is doing at this point. You are going to leave the beach, right? That's what you're going to do, if you like it or not. Because now I give you a direct order as a police officer. You are going to leave the beach, right? So let's go. This is the police officer, right? Now he's addressing her again. Now obviously you can tell he's annoyed. You see? He's annoyed. Now he's addressing her again. Leave the damn beach, right? And now she's backing up, complaining about a damn mask. First off, you're already in an area that they're telling you not to be at, right? And now you're going to dispute with the police officer when he's telling you to leave. He already told you to leave nicely once in the patrol vehicle. He told you again when you got out of the vehicle, right? So what are you doing? What are you doing? Now you're becoming confrontational. This is what I'm telling people. You need to educate yourself. You don't have the right to do this. You do not have the right to do this. You do understand that. You have the right to record him. You have the right to speak your mind while you turn your ass around and leave the damn freaking beach because you've been commanded to do so. You do not have the right to do this. Let's get this clear through your head. You do not have the right to do this. Right? So let's keep going, right? Because we want to keep going through the footage. Now she's complaining about his mask. He tells her, I don't have to wear a mask. I'm outside. I'm telling you to leave, right? So these people, I don't know who the hell these people are recording, right? Because they cut out the audio when he said he was going to detain her. Unfortunately, I don't want to play the audio because I don't want them to complain in regards to me recording this. So let's go ahead and go back to this, right? They do not legally have to give you a second chance. Please do understand that. When the cop told her to leave and she didn't leave, because now you're hindering the duty of a police officer. When you hinder the duty of a police officer, they can arrest you. Because that police officer seems to be the only one that's on site, which maybe it might be a new site or something's going on, or he didn't call for backup for some reason. But now you're impeding him from doing his job, so whatever you're doing is distracting him from keeping people from wherever they're supposed to be at, which may cause more danger. But no one wants to see that. Everyone wants to see this interaction between this police officer and this woman, who's already gotten numerous advices to leave the beach and get the hell out of there, right? But nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to be the adult and grow the fuck up and grow a pair of balls or freaking a pair of titties and fucking see that. And this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna hurt your feelings because I'm gonna call you what you are. You're a pathetic fucking human being that has never worn a uniform, that has never been to a call of domestic violence or anything, and you never put your life on the line. And yet you want to sit there and judge on people who have, and it's fucking disgraceful, and you should be disgraced. And I hate that freaking uniform services are judged on people that have never even been to that type of scene, have never had to make that 1.5 second choice to either pull out that gun and shoot somebody or put hands onto somebody. And now we have to deal with this issue with this so-called cop frenzy or this cop nature where we have to be friendly to everybody, putting our lives even more in danger. Like I said, go ahead and just look up the Davis shooting that just happened, I think like 2 or 3 days ago. Cops are cool. They had kids in the car. I don't know what the stop was for. Nonetheless, the cop's like, hey, dude, you know, he's like, hey, I got kids in the car. And the cop's like, hey, cool, okay. You got a lot of people in the car. Let me pull some of you out so we can talk about what's going on here, okay? So cop pulls one of the guys out. The other guy with the kid in the car pulls out a rifle and shoots at the police officers. There was nothing wrong in that situation. But yet everyone's going to talk about the color of their skin and how the police officer unloaded his pistol into this dude for shooting at 2 police officers, which quite honestly, I believe equal justice. So if you're a hazard to me and other people, and I'm guessing this was probably on the interstate most likely, or somewhere near the interstate or inner city, listen, I believe in equal justice. If you shoot me and you're putting other people in danger, put that 16 rounds into him because he doesn't deserve to live, because he's a dangerous society. Straight up. Hands down. I don't care who you are. It would be the same thing for me. I hope if I ever become stupid enough to shoot at a police officer, some god unknown damn reason, that I'm in that situation where I want to lose my life, I hope they put me down for the freaking rest of my life. because I don't want to be drinking through a damn freaking straw in a vegetable state. It's that simple. So we'll go back to this video, right? I want to break it up so I'm not having to deal with copyright infringement things, right? So this officer is telling her to leave. She's confrontational. This isn't I'm leaving. This is confrontational. You see this? With her shoulders up, saying, I don't know what the hell is going on here. Why can't I do this? This is confrontational. This isn't I'm doing what I'm told. Read body language, people. Know how people act. Now we got a police officer directing her again. You need to get off the beach. I told you already. This is like the 4th or 5th time he's told this woman to get off the beach. And she's malingering around, thinking that she has the right to record and do these things. You do not have the right. He's already told you to leave the beach. Right? So we're to keep going, right? So she's still confrontational. Now look, this isn't leaving the beach. This is not leaving the beach, people. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is not leaving the beach. The direction she's traveling is not leaving the beach. She's so entwined into being confrontational with this police officer and being recorded by whoever these people are, because I'm pretty sure she's probably seen them, that she's being an idiot. Pay attention with your eye holes before it becomes illegal. Before you get freaking droned out into not seeing what's going on here. So, okay, look, we're going to go again. Look, the police officer has to redirect her again. He has to cut her off from walking this direction, which is still the beach. Because she's not listening. Right? She's not listening. So look, the cop once again, you need to leave. Now she puts her hands up. We don't know what this individual is going to do, right? So now, what this is called in the military is simple assault. And they should start doing this to freaking civilian life, where we can just put people in the damn detention center, charge them $600 and get them out of there, right? What she just did right here is called simple assault in the military. She's using an agitated body verbiage and putting her hand up like she's gonna do something, like she's gonna hit the police officer. But nobody wants to see this, right? No one's gonna tell you this because you don't understand. You don't see this language. You're seeing this as, oh, the cop is following and harassing her. No, the cop has the right to do this. The cop has the right to tell you to leave when he's protecting a scene or an area. You don't have the right to do what you're doing. You're putting yourself in a situation you don't need to be in. Also, Tatum says it all the time. You got to be justified in regards to what you're doing. At this point, I believe, is when she pulls out her cell phone and the police officer tells you that he's going to detain her. So let's go ahead. You can watch the video, right? So he puts his hands up. She comes out to record. At this point, he's telling her, I'm going to detain you. Where the audio cuts out in regards to these people, because I know they want it to seem like it's the bad cop situation. The police officer here, when he gets closer beyond the hand reach, or the arm reach, is telling her, I'm going to detain you. Go ahead and try yourself. That's what this police officer is telling her. Okay? So, let's go and keep going through this. So, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go to this so it doesn't get copyright stricken or nothing, right? What are you guys crying about? That's numerous times. That's over 7 times this police officer's told her to leave, right? That's over 7 times, guaranteed you. And I don't even count body language because the damn police officer pointed like 26 times for this freaking, that's an over-exaggeration, but he pointed like 4 times for her to leave, and she was not even going to leave the beach. She was going to keep walking down the beach. He had to cut her off and move her from that area. So, I'm not understanding. Where do you guys have a foot to stand on? I keep talking in these comments. I really want to know. Please give me your background, your history. Let's get you on freaking Discord. I want to see you in this chat. I want to get you guys together, and I want to really dig deep down in your brain what you're seeing, because it's a fucking fantasy land. It's a mystery land, your eyeballs. That's what it is. And I'm going to call you out for it. You want cops to do their job how you want them to do it. Because, oh, they're public servants. No, it's their job. It's their life. You wouldn't say the same thing to a soldier going on overseas to kill terrorists, right? You're a domestic terrorist, basically, when you get called in, or police are called on you for something you're doing wrong. You can see it that way if you really want to. That's an extreme way of seeing it. But you're violating someone's rights or laws when you get the cops called on you. Or you're violating a civil law because speeding is a civil citation. It's a civil issue. unless it becomes reckless endangerment, where it's no longer a civil issue. You're using your vehicle in a manner which can cause serious bodily harm to kill people. I know this terminology. I went to freaking criminal justice classes for a little bit. Unfortunately, I had some issues that didn't get me to get my master's degree or even get close to my damn degree. Nonetheless, I speak openly about me and how I am and who I am. And I speak openly about situations like this because it really upsets me that no one's seeing the truth behind this. And I want you guys to leave comments on this video. I really do. Because, like I said, I really want to get you guys in these videos and really hear, first off, if you can speak in a notable, educated tone. Second off, get your history and background. Because if you work at McDonald's for the last 20 years of your life, since you were 13 years old, talking about you want to get freaking $18 an hour because that's livable wages, we're on a whole totally different subject. You don't have the mental capacity to decipher what's going on in these videos. I'm just going to put it straight out there. You don't. And, you know, I want to see it. I really do. I really want to see the comments and everything in regards to this, because I don't back up all cop incidents. But I know and I can see in cops and think how they think. And that's the problem. You can't think how they think because you've never been a cop or in a police situation or worn a badge or gone to bad neighborhoods. It's just that simple. Even if you grew up in a bad neighborhood, all you seen it was cops trying to do me dirty. Cops trying to plant shit on me. Cops are only looking to... Listen, cops have to do paperwork after that. Cops have to write reports. Cops have to be on the freaking media nowadays like it's going out the yin yang. Ain't no cop trying to deal with your ass. I can tell you that right now. You're not that special. You aren't. So let's go ahead and go back to this video, right? So we're going to go back to this video. Look, he's telling her. I can tell you by his body language already. He's telling her, I've already warned you to leave this beach. That's what you do with your hand at that point. I've already warned you. Get it? Body language. I've already warned you to leave. Body language. Get it through your head. See with your eyeballs. Before it becomes illegal, it will eventually, with Democrats in power, the way this Biden administration wants to be, they're going to take this away from you. You're no longer going to be able to do what I'm doing and educate people. You're only going to see what they want you to see, which is what the media does. They only want you to hear and see what they want you to see, right? Body language. He told you, put your phone away and leave the premises. Now he's saying, okay, I'm done with the cell phone. I'm detaining you, right? So tell me here, right? Where did the assault start? Where is the assault when this individual is saying, put your phone down, I've already warned you, leave the premises. Now he's detaining her. Now, if this were me as a police officer, I wouldn't even try to grab the phone. I would have slapped it like a fucking cookie out of a 2-year-old's hand straight across the parking lot, right? Because that's already one thing I need to get out of my damn freaking... out of my way, because she can use it as a weapon. Because if you break your cell phone, you can use glass on a cell phone as a weapon, right? You also got another danger here, which is your little pug, but the officer really doesn't care about it because he's probably wearing freaking over the ankle boots, right? So look, there's no assault here, right? This police officer goes for a leg trip. Like I said, terrible fucking training. This officer needs to be retrained, right? Because if you're gonna go for this, you have to commit because you don't want to injure this lady, right? Don't do this, police officers. Don't half commit. If you're gonna take her down the way you were just doing it with her arm, because her arm has to come forward while you're going through that trip, okay? You're gonna injure somebody. You're gonna break someone's arm, okay? Go through proper training. Go through jiu-jitsu classes. Do whatever you have to do, people. Do not half commit like this because you will injure the person and it becomes more of an issue. This is what I'm saying. I don't 100% back police officers with failure of training and failure to understand what's going on. But I understand what's going on in the situation. At this time, this cop is detaining this individual because she's not listening to verbal commands from when he was at his patrol vehicle and wants to turn around and talk out of the side of her neck, like I told you guys in the comment section, right? So this cop is trying to detain this individual. Terrible attempt. You're going to injure somebody, right? So we're going to keep going now, right? This individual is now not responding to commands in regards to putting hands behind her back. Now, not only have you pleaded to the police officer, right? You're not listening to verbal commands. Now you're in an altercation with a police officer where he can charge you for assault, like you're trying to say that this black woman was, right? He could charge you with assault, you know, a various amount of things. There's subsections to everything within the legal code. I can't tell you all the legal damn code because I'm not that type of person, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and bring my thing back. I keep on forgetting to do it, right? I'm explaining these things to you because I want you to educate yourself. I don't want to be that guy that has to comment on YouTube to try to educate you. I can verbally educate you. I can let you see, and then I want you to comment and see in regards to this, because we need to stop this. We need to allow police officers to do their job and not turn your little fucking iPhone 11 freaking Gucci'd out into some type of weapon. We need to stop it. We need to start helping enforce the laws. We need to start helping enforce people understanding that police officers are there to do their job. If I went to your McDonald's and started pushing your crap off the shelves and started running my damn mouth, right? Of course you're going to say something, right? And then you're going to call the cops. What if those cops never respond to the situation? I really hope they go to privatized policing. I really do. Because guess what? Those average calls that everyone does nowadays for those rear ends and stuff like that, those police officers will have the right to reject those calls. Let's go to private policing. Those police officers will have the right to reject those calls. You want them to have their own insurance and pay for things and stuff like that? That's cool. I'm no longer with domestic violence calls. Now your mom's dead because her boyfriend shot her in the head. And guess whose fault it is? It's not the police's fault anymore. We didn't even go to the situation because you want that. You want your family to die. You want people to not be able to get assisted. You want people to be under your control. That's what it is. And it's sick. It's fucking sick. That's what it is. You're fucking demented and you're sick. You're sick fucking people. Let's finish up this video so I can get this underneath 30 minutes, okay? Right? So the cop is trying to detain this lady. She's still fighting with him. At any point, did you see him grab her chest or ass in a way that it would be deemed as sexual assault, like someone wrote, while detaining her? No, she's wearing a tube top. He has nothing to grab, and like I said, this police officer already demonstrated to me he can't do basic techniques in a single leg trip or a double leg trip. So this doesn't surprise me. The police officer's poorly trained. It is what it is. Especially with this whole let's cut police funding. You're gonna get more police officers like this who are like 230 pounds that barely have any type of training, and this is how situations are gonna be. This is what cut police funds looks like. So if you don't want to see stuff like this, if you want to see clean takedowns, when I tell you, hey, I'm gonna detain you, you want to fight with me, and I shoot a double leg and slam you on the ground, you need funding for that. You need training days for that. You need people to be able to work the road while people are getting trained, right? Or, you know, he could have did a freaking mock level sweep where she was pointing the other way and he threw her back the other way with his leg underneath her two legs. Straight up simple. I can do the techniques because I train day in and day out. You know, we train for these things with military policemen. I've been on civilian freaking calls in regards to going out with police officers and dealing with freaking soldier situations. I've gone to bad neighborhoods. My family grew up in bad neighborhoods. Freaking, it is what it is, man. You need to be able to see with your eye holes in those situations, okay? So we're gonna keep going, right? She's still altercating with this individual, right? She's still fighting with this individual. He's still trying to get her hand behind her back. Once again, this is still a situation in regards to terrible, terrible work on this police officer. Terrible. Terrible work on this police officer. You shouldn't be fighting with a female for almost 30 seconds now trying to get her hands behind her back. And another problem he made here is if I'm already tempted to take you down and I'm having issues in regards to taking you down and doing whatever I'm doing here, he needs to let go of her and call for backup and get her detained legally and get the situation taken under control. Because as you guys said, it can be perceived as something else in regards to he's trying to do something else to this woman, right? So another thing, he should have just let her go and kept his distance, right? And did what he did, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and skip out of this, right? So now we have another thing. The dog's trying to attack this guy. This lady's trying to control her dog at this point because she doesn't want the dog biting the officer. I see this, you know what I mean? So this may be the implication in regards to the police officer, like, damn, this woman's trying to have her dog stop biting me. I'm probably messing up in this situation. Maybe I did address this wrong. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, the police officer had the right to put hands on her and detain her. Because we don't know what this individual is doing. Like I said, this police officer probably has a duty that she stopped him from doing in regards to observing what was everybody's patrol car, what he's there for, to handle her. Right? So we keep going. Right? And the police officer's finally like, I'm done with you, I'm not going to deal with this, right? And lets her go on her business, right? So show me where the assault started. And it looks like another patrol car just arrived, which is good. See? So they want to cut it off when another patrol car gets there. They always want to cut things off when things are getting real. When the nitty of it gets real. They always want to cut off the audio when police tell you, hey, I'm going to detain you because you're becoming a nuisance at this point. They always want to cut it off. People, educate yourself. You need to do it. If you can't educate yourself and you can't make that available to you and you can't understand what's going on, ask questions. Don't make assumptions, especially when it comes to police work. Ask questions. Look up online. It's simple. It's just like the activist going through the police shooter. And I'll go and load that since I have a little bit of time here. Right? Sorry, I'm getting stupid fingers right now. Right? I looked at it right now, right here. Look at this one right here. Go ahead and go to this video right here. Activist critical of police undergoes use of force scenarios. Go to this video. Watch this video. Educate yourself. If you can't do things like this, don't talk about police interactions. Cut it. Cut it now. If you don't wear a uniform and you can't do situations like this, cut it. Because I train like this. These are things we trained on weekly basis. Have sign-off sheets on it. Stop. Stop the police brutality crap. It's getting old. Let's move on to more serious situations. Grow up, people. That's what I'm saying. That's the end of it. Go ahead and leave your comments, likes, whatever you want to do. If you want to be recorded and shown the video again, and you can try to say your unjustified crap of whatever you want to say in regards to it, I'll be more than happy to pull it up. And I want to hear you explain how you think it should be handled with your non-justified, non-police background, non-nothing background, probably, to be honest, especially in this time of, you know, COVID. I understand that people lost their jobs. You don't have to lose your damn mind as well. I'm losing my damn job. So don't freaking think that it's, oh, you know, this guy's some high up preppy dude. I live in a single bedroom apartment. As I said, I'm not freaking scared to share information. I live in a single bedroom apartment. You know, it is what it is. Alright, peoples. I'm going to go ahead and post this in the comment section. I want to see the ignorance from these people in regards to this. I want to see it. Please do. Because I just explained it to you in simple verbiage. So anyone who uses petty or ignorant verbiage literally shows their intelligence at that point. So please explain to me where I'm wrong in situations in this. I really want to see it. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and go back to playing video games.